Brothers and sisters, welcome back to my channel, and today we have top 16 YCS Bologna with the doc.
Davide Giannoccaro, hello guys. I just made another top 16 at YCS Bologna. Unfortunately, I lost round 15 to Josh. Not much I can do in that match, really bad matchup, and my hands were kind of awkward game 1 and game 2 because he 2-0'd me. But the deck was nice. I've been playing the Dracotail for a while. Let's move to the list, I think. Dracotail, 3 Lucayas, 3 Mululu, arguably the best because like post side is very important for playing around basically anything. 5 mana, 3 Pan and 2 Urgulas. I've been on the opposite ratio for basically the whole of my testing, but this was a last minute decision because like there was a rising popularity of Vanquish of K9 variants, and Pan is really important in the K9 variants because going first you can, in the line with a lot of engine, you cannot trigger either this or Mululu, and so you can check the Lupis and the Olisu and a lot of stuff. So it's really important also to hard draw it. It was really nice. I've played a lot of mirror match also, but that's fine. That's still fine. More names, it's always good in mirror match. You win with always the same flex, but not more of them. And 1 freak. So I think this card is really underrated. Even without playing Branded Fusion, I would probably still play this card. I like it a lot. 3k, 2, 3 Rao, and 3 traps. That's basically standard. Only 1 quick spell, 2 Branded Fusion and Albats. This one just for the sake of having a better Branded Fusion combo. I honestly didn't like this card. This is a spell, and this basically is an explanation already for not being that good in this deck. It was decent only 1 time going second against pure Yami, but I'm not sure if I will play it again. Also, I didn't really combo off that much this tournament, so I will probably change it and play clean 40 because I'm 41 cards. Flexpot, 3 Fualos, one of the MVP on my tournament, Pedula. This card was really nuts for me. 3 Ash, 2 Bell, and 3 Nibs. This card is really good in this deck. It's probably only good in this deck, but it's really good in this deck. That's basically this one and Purulias are the side outs against mirror match. Game 1, Purulia is decent, he's an upstart goblin most of the times, and Nib technically can be good going first, but it's better to side it out. This was the main deck, extra deck, 3 copies of Altario, you need the 3 for the grind game, Gulamel, I will say the utility package, which were Mysterion, Secretarian, Filia Regis, and Chaos. Most of the list with Branded Fusion don't play Mysterion. I think this is really wrong. This card is really good, and is really important for the K9 matchup. Also, Chaos is really good for different reasons, because they have different purposes. Because this one is a Fisher out, which is important by itself, and is also really good in mirror match because it's one of the few cards with Filia Regis that can check back row. I think these 3 are all really important and are better than the second Secretarian, which can come up in the mirror match, but you can decide to not go for any Secretarian line going first mirror match and just save it in the extra deck and use it later. For the branded engine, this 5. I summoned them all, including Rindrum, which I made with Fualos once. I never really Rindrum into Albats, which probably is something that you could cut with the cut of the quick spell also. I think that Branded Fusion is still really good, so you have to play it. It's a 1-card combo which this deck doesn't really have, so you need to play Branded Fusion for the extra consistency. The 2 links, only Cross Ship and SP. I cut Seal for Cross Ship because this card is really good going first also, and it's really underrated in my opinion. The only worst thing that he has in comparison to Seal is the fact that it plays slightly harder into Ash on Rao. But this is still, I think, a good compromise because it's way better than Seal in the grind games, and sometimes it can save you the game by itself. I like this a lot. One of the matches that I made in Swiss was because I had this and not Seal, but I don't regret the choice of playing Cross Ship. Side deck, which is a lot of one-off, but it's because of the side patterns, which are really strict and were really detailed. 1 crossout, which was insane for me in the mirror match. Is not great because it's a spell again, but the fact that you can hit basically any card in the opponent's deck in the mirror match is really important. Is one more flame out, but when you have one flame out already, which is very likely post side, this card gets way better because it can hit 5 mana. And since you have, as soon as you reach your 5 mana in hand, checking is 5 mana with your in hand guarantees that you are resolving 5 mana is not. So this was nuts for me. Called. Against Josh, I went Lucia's normal, Ash, Chain Colled, Chain Bell, and this is the only time I used Colled in the whole tournament, but I guess he's fine. I don't side this in the mirror match going second, but I really couldn't find any good going first card besides other Cartesia or other like Light and Dark Sense Dragon, those things. But in the end, I just thought that having Called by was better for resolving my cards. In the end, it was probably not relevant. Druiswurm and Magnamut. I love Magnamut, but this is really good only going second. So I decided in the end to cut it from the main deck. These were also really good together. I decided to fit Druiswurm. This also was a last minute choice because I was also expecting some pure Mitsurugi, and in fact I played against two. And this card was really good in one of those games. Two Cartesia, which were the others going first card that I was playing. Going first in most matchup, I was siding either this or this, depending on the matchup. Then two Meows, because I only had space for two, and I'm playing 3 Lancia, because I wanted to respect Malice, which in my opinion was going to be really popular. I ended up only playing against one, but I don't regret the choice. The deck was very popular this tournament. The last Perulia, which I will probably play in the main deck. 2 Veilers to complete the side pattern against Mirror Match with 1 Bell. I preferred Bell rather than the 3rd Veiler, which was the other option, but in general I don't like Veiler, but I couldn't find anything better in the mirror match, so I played it. And Bell was better than Veiler going second, so I decided to go like this, because at the start of the format people were like going second in the mirror match, but nowadays no one does, because everyone is on 3 traps. Oh, you may have noticed that I haven't played Roll. I think the card is not that bad, but in this deck specifically is awful, in my opinion, because it really is really bad going first. Because when you go post side, you try to play a resource game, playing around, retaliating, and cards that takes away resources from you, and often you will not have that many cards in hand. So the draws are really important, and not having the draws is really bad, and can put you in some losing position against Murakumo. Because when you have a few cards in hand, because you may have been interrupted, having draw is not saving you from a 1 Murakumo, because then you are not playing with too few cards, because this deck needs at least 2 cards to play, but often I will say 3. So that's why I didn't play draw either in the side. This obviously was like risky, I guess, against Yami Mitsurugi, but in the end, it may sound weird to you, but for the European format that I was expecting, I was not expecting to play more than 2 or 3, and in fact I only played against 2 the whole Swiss in 15 rounds. So I don't regret the choice of not playing draw. I was not liking the card. That's it.
Okay, just a couple of questions before ending this up. There are 2 main things that I noticed in other Draco player decklist that are not in your decklist. One is the seal, right? But the other one that's connected to the seal is the Koa Kimeru.
Yeah.
Like how did you end up not choosing the Koa Kimeru, considering the fact that that could have been a lot of Mitsuyami going around?
That's probably the same answer that I give before relating to draw. I was not expecting enough Mitsurugi Yami to justify the Kokimeru in my side. I would have rather played it for Malice, but the issue is always the same. Post side you are playing with Molulu, with Rau really early because you want to play around Reta, and that more often than not means that you are not going to link summon for the whole turn, and not link summoning means that you are not obviously summoning CL, besides the branded fusion lock, obviously. This is the main reason why I didn't play Kokimeru. It's not like I really didn't like the card, but more the fact that it is not justifiable for the way you play the deck post side. Also, something that you may have noticed about the extra deck is that I'm not playing Sanctifier, and this is related to the fact that since I was expecting a lot of the K9 variants, as I said, blind this tournament with Branded Fusion, if I had the engine, I was going for Mirror Jade in order to check either all these 2 that you can check with Mirror Jade by going effect with priority on summon, which is really relevant and happens one time. And other times, if I knew the matchup, I was going for the Albion line, which probably you already know at this point if you've been looking at some profiles, but it's the line that basically goes for Albion, and if you have a dragon, you pop this with Pan, or if you don't, you have 1 card, you go for Secretarian with Lucaeus, and you still have the quick spell.
So basically with Albion, no effect, you set up the Jedi in the graveyard,
blah, blah, blah.
And then with Albion, you can set the quick play brand, and then the quick play brand is going to send Rimbrum, that will give you access to the
Yeah. You really are a world champ, man. You know everything. All right. Few shout-outs. Shout-outs to all my friends and from the Cord. Shout-out to Pino, which is now playing the top 8. Shout-out to Nash, which helped me with testing. We've been testing a lot the last few days. Shout-out to Danilo, which I've been playing Dracotail for a while, and also helped me because he got way better with the deck, and this was only one of my losses in Swiss. I can make a brief recap of the tournament. I went 12-3. Losing against Josh, as I said, and to Danilo and to another guy in top 8, Mario. 12-3, 11th after Swiss. That's basically it. This is my 4th top 16, as I said, YCS level, and I'm kind of mad, but I'm still happy with the result. I think the late formats are not easy. This was a super late format tournament, and I'm still happy with the result. Also, shout out to Vince, which helped me a lot more with the mental rather than the testing. Shout out to Orochok, the best snack you can have during tournaments, and that's it. Thank you, Nash, for the profile. And bye, guys.
All right, that's it, brothers and sisters. I'll catch you guys next time.